You are in love with a ghost, not the person standing in front of you, but the version of them you've meticulously crafted inside your own mind. Most men spend their entire lives projecting their own values, their own loyalty, and their own kindness onto people who simply do not possess them. They see potential where there is only poison. They see loyalty where there is only convenience. This is the romanticization trap, and it is the primary reason you are currently feeling broken. You aren't hurting because of what they did. You are hurting because of the story you told yourself about who they were. You are a victim of your own hallucinations. When you romanticize someone, you are essentially blinding yourself. You are handing them a weapon and turning your back, hoping they won't strike. But the world doesn't care about your hopes. It cares about reality. Today, we end the illusion. Based on the psychological principles of the shadow and identity death, I am going to provide the blueprint to dismantle your delusions. We are going through 7 brutal, savage lessons that will teach you how to see people for who they truly are, not who you need them to be. If you are ready to stop being a victim of your own imagination, stay focused. Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." The opposite is also true. Everything we romanticize in others is often a part of ourselves we are too afraid to claim. You romanticize her freedom because you feel trapped. You romanticize his confidence because you feel weak. You are projecting your unlived life onto people, turning them into gods while you remain a servant. This projection is a massive leakage of power. Every time you make an excuse for someone's lack of respect, you are telling the world that your standards are negotiable. You lose your edge because your mind is occupied with managing their narrative instead of building your own kingdom. You become predictable and controllable because your emotions are now a hostage to their inconsistent actions. In this channel, we believe that the world rearranges itself only for the man who masters himself. But you cannot master yourself if you are constantly hallucinating about the people around you. To become unstoppable, you must develop the sovereign gaze, the ability to see the world without the filter of your own desperate desires. The day you stop romanticizing people is the day you stop being a servant to their needs and start being the king of your own reality. The first savage lesson is the integration of the shadow. Carl Jung taught that everyone has a dark side, a part of them that is selfish, calculating and predatory. When you romanticize someone, you choose to ignore their shadow. You see their persona, the mask they wear, to be liked. But the sovereign man knows that the persona is just a tool. To see reality, you must look for the cracks in the mask. Stop asking if they love you and start observing how they treat those who can do nothing for them. A man who romanticizes a woman or a partner often ignores the subtle red flags, the lies, the manipulation, the lack of empathy, because he is in love with the idea of her. The day you stop romanticizing them is the day you start asking, what is their shadow hiding? This isn't being cynical, it is being a strategist. You must assume that everyone has a predator within them. When you recognize the predator, you are no longer the prey. Lesson 2 is about identity death. You romanticize people because you want them to romanticize you back. You wear a mask of the nice guy or the reliable friend because you are desperate to be understood. But stop trying to be understood. When you try to be understood, you are giving others power over your identity. You are letting them define you. The day you stop romanticizing people is the day you kill the version of you that seeks their validation. You must let your old identity die to rise as something undeniable. A sovereign man doesn't care if he is understood. He cares if he is respected. Stop projecting your need for love onto them. When you kill the people pleaser within you, the world's ability to manipulate you vanishes. You become a ghost to their emotional games. The third savage lesson is the realization that your love for them is often just a reflection of your own ego. We project our own capacity for loyalty onto people who haven't earned it. You assume because you would never betray them, they would never betray you. This is a fatal strategic error. Proximity is often mistaken for loyalty. Just because they are in your bed or at your table doesn't mean they share your code. Many people stay in your life simply because you are the easiest path to their own comfort. Stop romanticizing history. History is just a collection of memories. Start auditing current reality. If someone is not contributing to the empire you are building, whether it's through emotional stability, strategic value, or shared discipline, they are dead weight. Loyalty is not a gift. It is a transaction of values. If the values don't align, the loyalty is a lie. The more you heal, the less you tolerate. When you are broken, you romanticize crumbs of attention because you are starving. You tolerate disrespect because you are afraid of being alone. But as you heal your internal reality, your tolerance for lowering yourself drops to zero. Romanticization is the glue that keeps you attached to people who are bad for your empire. You tell yourself they need you or that you can fix them. This is a messiah complex that will only lead to your destruction. A sovereign man heals by building a life that is so fulfilling that the absence of a toxic person is a relief, not a tragedy. The day you stop romanticizing them is the day you realize that your peace is worth more than their presence. You don't lower yourself for anyone, not for a woman, not for a friend, not for a family member. Lesson 5 is the ghost protocol. You need to disappear for a while. The reason you romanticize people is that you are too immersed in their noise. You are constantly checking their stories, waiting for their texts, and seeking their presence. This constant contact keeps the hallucination alive. When you disappear, you break the spell. Silence is a powerful tool for seeing reality. When you stop texting, stop calling, and stop seeking, you finally see who reaches back. This period of isolation is where the king rises alone. It is where you realize that most of the people you romanticized were just background noise. In the silence, you find your true voice. You realize that you don't need their validation to be powerful. You learn to believe in yourself because you are the only one left in the room. Lesson 6. The alchemy of pain. Stop romanticizing the good times and start valuing the savage lessons. Pain is the only thing that forces the old identity to die. Every betrayal is a gift of reality. Every heartbreak is a lesson in detachment. Use the pain to fuel your transformation. Don't seek closure from them. Seek completion within yourself. Lesson 7. The sovereign belief. The final lesson is the power of believing in your own reality over theirs. When you stop romanticizing people, they lose the ability to gaslight you. You no longer care about their version of the truth. You have your own standards, your own mission, and your own kingdom. The moment you achieve this level of internal sovereignty, the external world begins to rearrange itself. People who used to overlook you will suddenly be looking for your approval. But by then, you will be too focused on your empire to care. The day you stop romanticizing people is the day the ghosts in your head finally die. You are no longer a spectator in a hallucination. You are the architect of a new reality. You have killed the nice guy and the seeker to let the sovereign man live. If this message woke you up, it is because your old identity was already dying. Comment reality below to signify your commitment to seeing the world as it is. Let the community know you are no longer a victim of projection. Subscribe to the Machiavellian Arcana. We don't give you comfort, we give you the savage psychological tools required to become unstoppable.